What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here. I almost forgot. I forgot my name there for a second. From the quartering, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in, whether you're here on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, or Odyssey. I'm glad you're tuning in. And it's been an exciting week. Yesterday, we got a new report claiming that Bud Light had indeed fired the two executives behind the disastrous marketing campaign, although now there's some question. Now Anheuser-Busch has come out. Their CEO seems to be on some sort of meltdown, not only saying, well, that's not true. It's not true. But also mentioning that they would not rule out working with Dylan again. I mean, Lord help me, if they do another ad with Dylan, I'm going to build a Dylan shed. Not for Dylan to live in or to anything weird, but I really could use another outbuilding. And job security is important. Let's take a look at all the latest. By the way, hey, thanks everyone for checking out Coffee Brand Coffee this week. Lots of new customers. We've got brand new options for cold brews, which are delicious. I promise if you try either the flavored or unflavored cold brews, you're going to love them. Our blueberry blueberry cobbler K-Cups are actually shipping now a week early. So if you pre-ordered those are on the way out the door. We've got orange creamsicle coffee. You got to try that. Promo code Flavor Burst. And by the way, I'm going to leave a link down in the description. A lot of people ask about the ambassador program, which is our program where you can share the love, share your link. We've paid out thousands in commissions. We've done tons of free product giveaways. We've even set up bonus programs. And I've got a full-time employee running that. His name's Isaiah. I'm going to leave a link in the description. If you're a YouTuber, you have a Facebook group, you have a Signal group, you have any kind of group of people that you can share the Coffee Brand Coffee love with, sign up today. I'm going to open it up till the end of the month for applications. The link will be in the description. Now, Anheuser-Busch denies claims it fired top two marketing execs responsible for Bud Light's disastrous Dylan Mulvaney campaign and maintains pair are, quote, on leave of absence. This following yesterday's report, of course, that they were indeed fired and that text messages showing that they were, quote, gone. The Daily Caller reported Tuesday that the beer giant officially fired Group Vice President of Marketing Daniel Blake and Bud Light Marketing Vice President Alyssa Heinerschneid, citing text messages with an unknown regional marketing leader at the company. Blake and Heinerschneid were said to be taking a leave of absence amid backlash for their decision to feature Dylan Mulvaney in a March Madness commercial. It was a madness indeed. And when approached by DailyMail.com earlier this month, a friend of Heinerschneid said she's not supposed to talk about it. She can't talk about it. But in a statement to DailyMail.com, a spokesperson for Anheuser-Busch said they were still on both still on leave of absence. Given the circumstances, Alyssa has decided to take a leave of absence, which we support, the spokesperson said, adding that Daniel is also taking a leave of absence. In the interest of our employees' safety and privacy, we are not providing any additional information. The statement does echo what one Anheuser-Busch executives made in April when it announced the two marketing execs had decided to, quote, temporarily step down. But questions remain about their sudden departures in the aftermath, especially when Anheuser-Busch executives later claimed that the decision to work with Mulvaney was made by an outside agency without management awareness or approval. Nobody believes that, by the way. I'm sure that they paid him a ton of money, and that had to get signed off. They had to get signed off by somebody. They're just protecting. By the way, meanwhile, update: Anheuser-Busch is down another 1% today, although it is doing pretty negative over the past 5 days, down another 4% over the last month, though it's crept back up a little bit. So it's definitely on the way down. It's definitely not recovering, but it's interesting to watch. To my understanding, if we publicly announce the word, but Tuesday reports were swirling that Heinerschneid and Blake had officially been fired from their positions, as an unidentified source at the company told Daily Caller executives only claimed that they were on a leave of absence to avoid a lawsuit. To my understanding, if we publicly announce the word fire, it opens a potential up for them to sue us. That's why we said leave of absence, the source said, adding the wholesalers would have had an absolute heyday with leadership if they didn't remove Heinerscheid. Wholesalers were told they are both gone for good by leadership during an in-person conversation, the source claimed, and they had already shifted all of their direct reports. That means people that reported to them, employees, or not senior staff. What would you call that? I don't know, whatever. Whoever reported to them were already removed to new people. They thought Blake was actually awesome. What's interesting is, look at this. He still doesn't get it. Tone-deaf Anheuser-Busch CEO won't rule out Bud Light working with Dylan Mulvaney again, and then says firm needs to appreciate what the consumer wants, despite debacle costing firm $20 billion and counting. It's probably another billion today because it's down another %. Anheuser-Busch's CEO, by the way, thanks for all the support. Again, wherever you're watching, YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey, I'm appreciative for you. And I hope that you'll subscribe. There was some confusion yesterday when I talked about moving to Rumble. It's an exclusive live show there. You'll still be able to find all my videos here on YouTube. If you want to see the live show with guests, stuff like that, that'll be happening on Rumble every day at noon Central. So I locked in that time now, noon to 2 Central. And you can always rewatch it later in the day if you want over there too. Anheuser-Busch CEO has refused to rule out partnering with Dylan Mulvaney again as he avoided answering how much the marketing blunder has cost Bud Light. Speaking with CBS Mornings, Whitworth was asked if he would send Dylan to another can knowing the backlash. But instead of giving a definitive answer, the CEO instead launched into a pre-rehearsed speech about social conversation and the disaster the campaign caused. Quote, Whitworth added that they need to deeply understand the consumer and appreciate what they want from the brand, as he was blasted on social media for doing a dismal job. He was then challenged over his refusal to answer, with Tony Docupol asking if the decision was a mistake, as beer sales dropped a staggering 28.5%. Whitworth again avoided the question, saying, as we move forward, we want to focus on what we do best, which is brewing great beer for everyone, listening to our consumers, and being humble in listening to them. The thing is, what they're doing is he's trying to answer between the lines. This is, he's trying to say, if you read between the lines, he's like, nah, player, we're never advertising with this person again. We screwed up, our bad. But he knows he cannot say that publicly because it will cost the company all their weird global ESG points, and huge funds, woke funds, will pull their money out of Bud Light. But what he really means is, yeah, we know we screwed up. Please forgive us. But the people who are avoiding Bud Light, the people that are pushing back, they're not. It's an apology or nothing. You can use all this mealy mouth CEO talk you want, but people aren't stupid, even though Bud Light thinks they are. He added that Bud Light doesn't belong in the divisive conversation around the marketing move, saying that it has moved away from beer. The CEO said that the impact on the employees is his responsibility and that everything we do, I'm accountable for. He was slammed by consumers on social media shortly after the interview, with some calling for a new communications team. One said, Brendan Whitworth interview on CBS, interesting. Did Brendan not hear and understand the questions, or was he just ignoring them? Another said, sounded like a bogus word spaghetti to me, too little too late. Another added, Bud Light, your CEO is doing a dismal job on CBS Morning. Brendan Whitworth is trying to both sides his decisions. Well, yeah, that's of course. That's of course what he's trying to do. Quote, answer should have been, we make a great product and we want everyone to enjoy, and we are inclusive of all and won't tolerate hateful bigotry, need new comms team. So wokies, I assume they're wokies because they're talking about bigotry and hate speech and things of that nature. Even they're not mad about it. His comments come after the beer brand obviously saw the massive drop in sales. The idea that you would refuse, this is the headlines on every major news site today. I don't know why they sent this clown out, but he either needs to be a CEO, and part of being a CEO is, your number one job is to maximize shareholders' wealth or shareholders' returns. I don't think he's doing a good job of that, and I'm going to guess that he's going to be removed soon. unless people are saying, unless the people who don't remove them are like the wokies who don't want them. I mean, look at how New York Post covered it. We support politicians who support our business and allow us to grow, Whitworth responded to the question. The host, meanwhile, pressed Whitworth on why Anheuser-Busch has given donations to, quote, anti-LGBTQ politicians. Oops. So even the wokies are coming after him. He says, we support politicians who support our business and allow it to grow. The former Marine and operations officer with the CIA has held the top job at Anheuser-Busch for 2 years. Wonder why. You guys think, just wait for Rumble, I guess. Whitworth 46 said the controversy and its impact is my responsibility, and everything we do I'm accountable for. Anheuser-Busch is investing 3 times the amount of Bud Light into Bud Light brand this year. Whitworth said Wednesday. The executive also said the company is giving financial support to distributors. Money has gone out already, he said. I highly doubt it's much. Now, distributors are the ones that have to buy their product at wholesale and deliver it across this country. When you're talking about having 65,000 employees, you're talking about loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of people getting completely hosed by this. Now, the idea that they would come out and deny the firing seems odd to me. It seems very suspicious. It's like somebody told them, hey, this is the one thing you can't do. You can't say that we were wrong about this. But that's exactly what they're doing. And they're trying to do it in every conceivable way that isn't actually saying it. The problem is all they're doing is making everybody else mad, and they're making everyone else mad, and in just keeping the story going. If they would just apologize, if they had just apologized a month ago, 2 months ago, it would already be over. Now, not everyone would have returned unless they nailed the apology. They would have had to nail the apology that day, and they would have lost a few woke bars, but you never would have noticed it on the bottom line. Now, it's a disaster. Thanks for tuning in. Your support's all been immense. I've got a full slate of news today. Wherever you're watching, please do subscribe. Thanks to everyone who checked out Coffee Brand Coffee. And again, the Ambassador program is open. So if you have a Facebook group, you have a YouTube channel, you have a podcast, you have a Signal group, you have a mom's group, a dad's group, or whatever, and you want to earn some money and you want to get some free stuff from us, the application link will be in the description, and the site-wide 10% off sale is still going at coffeebrandcoffee.com. Promo code FlavorBurst. Talk to you again real soon.